Me. People don't realize you got to even warm up to talk.
You do. Get your neck muscles going.
Speaking of that, I got something to say about stretching and moving.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just hang on.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will Reed.
And I'm Langdon Reed.
And we are Wilson Fairchild.
And welcome back to Truck Time with us.
Truck Time.
Yes. Seeing lots of comments. Continued on. They appreciate the conversations in the truck.
That's good.
That is.
Yeah, people are still watching and listening, so we're still doing it.
That's a lot better than comments like, I really don't appreciate the conversations in the truck.
Seriously, if we get down to like 5 views, we'll probably stop. But no, I mean, we're up into thousands.
Oh, my God.
It's a very popular show.
Amazing.
No, speaking of stretching and moving.
Yeah.
So, you know how on your phone and the social media, you're seeing like just tons of information all the time, right? About what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating. You should be moving and stretching this. You should be massaging this. And it gets a little overwhelming at times, right?
Huh?
But it did dawn on me, the thing about becoming an adult and getting sedentary, which is different than dysentery.
Golly, man. Okay.
Totally different.
Right.
But sedentary, you just don't get the urge to run like you did when you were a kid, right?
Right.
Or, raise your hand in the classroom. You just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, just being active.
Right.
Right.
But it's even more than that. I saw a video the other night, which I thought was hysterical, that said you ought to do this 10 minutes before you go to sleep. Your arms back and forth.
The rotationals?
Just arms. Just throw your arms back and forth.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Before you go to sleep.
Before you go to sleep. And it has something to do with circulations or, releasing a toxin. I don't know what it is. But, that's just not something you would do.
You think it has anything to do with the antioxidants? Because everybody's always talking about the antioxidants.
I bet you would put that in the same category as a hormone.
I would.
Show me one.
Show me one. Not completely sold.
No, but then I see those videos and it's like, who's got time to throw your arms around?
Well, yeah, I thought that gets the blood flowing and then that doesn't make you, that energizes you.
I don't think so.
But maybe it wears you out to where you're tired.
I don't know. And then as soon as you think you got it figured out, then they throw something else on you.
I know. Then they say you can't eat Doritos.
And that's when we're done.
Who knew that was bad?
Who knew that was bad? I was raised thinking they were great. Here, eat the whole bag. They're delicious. What's wrong with that?
At one setting? Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Have you tried that, by the way? Have you done it yet or not?
I've never eaten Doritos, throw my arms, and then eat them at the same time.
All right, you have your homework for the week.
So no, I haven't slept. But then when you think about how long 10 minutes is, it's an undertaking.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a long time to be moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
Before bed.
But to wrap that up, I do think it goes back to how active you are in the first 20 years, let's say.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it. And then the rest of your life, you think about it.
I know. You're just trying to recreate it.
That's the problem.
But you're too tired and lazy to do that.
Exactly. I don't want to throw my arms around anymore.
I just want to go to bed. I tell you something else I don't want to do anymore is buy ink cartridges for my printer. So,
right.
Do you feel my pain?
Man, I've been doing this for years and I'm mad about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. I can't afford it.
No,
I think I've got $50,000 in printer ink over the years.
I did. I just had to fill up all the color and the blank ink in my printer, and I had to get a cosigner just to pay for it.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
And so that's tough.
So yeah, I got. I don't mean to jump in on your story.
No, but come on.
Back in, but years ago. I mean, I'm talking within the last, let's say, 10 years again.
Back when you used to be active.
Back when I used to be active. Started buying printers, and then you'd go buy the ink, and then you was like, oh my gosh, I can buy a new printer for what I could buy the ink for. Like, I can just spend another $100 to get a printer. I did that a couple times.
You had disposable printers?
No, I'm serious. They would run a special at Staples, and instead of buying the ink, I could get a brand new Brother. So I did. Well, then you realize you buy the Brother, and then 2 months you're out of that ink.
Yeah.
And you got to buy another one. So I did it a couple times.
Okay.
But then I got tired of reading the manual, learning how to reconnect the new printer. So then I went back to buying ink, right? Well, nothing is more irritating. And I think I'm dealing with an HP right now.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So HP,
Yeah.
you got 4 different ink cartridges.
Right.
And it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
It'll quit working. You're low on magenta, right?
Right.
Or cyan. I'm not sure which one it was. And what is that about?
Cyan!
What is
I'm sorry. Okay, we're good.
What is that about? Why can't we say red and yellow?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So anyway,
What's the third one? It's cyan, magenta, and oh man,
Azul,
we
I don't know.
need Brandon here.
So anyway, you're low on magenta. So I drive to Staples. I get me one. I come back,
Right.
take it out, put it back in. Right.
Yeah.
Within a day. Oh, your cyan's low too. It won't work.
Why
again.
can't they
Right.
go down at the same time?
So now I go back to Staples because I spent $40 on one cartridge. Then I realized I should have got the multi-pack and spent the $140. So I would have had all of them.
So you could have saved $3.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I'm into the multi-pack and
Yeah.
the single.
Yeah.
I replace it.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, another day later, the black's looking a little low, and then the black's a bigger. It just never
is.
ends.
I know, it's horrible.
Have you ever seen that ad with Shaq?
About the general?
That's not the general. He does that one too.
He does.
I'm gonna need insurance for my printer. But no, Shaq, he was advertising some printer, revolutionary, and you get ink for like 2 years or something.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know what model it is.
We got to find that out.
I've never been able to financially get ahead of the cartridges to get another one.
So Shaq, he's got his own printer. I mean, it's extra large, I guess. And then,
Well, it is. It's huge. It's back to like when computers took up a room. It's a huge printer. No, I feel like they're taking advantage of me. And then, all right, so then, even if you get that worked out and you get your printer, I can't get used to they're going to dry up if you don't use it.
Right.
So then you're like,
Right.
well, I haven't really printed that many maps this year. I didn't really use all my colors. And it's like, yeah, you should have used them because they're dried up and you got to buy more.
But
It's a racket, Langdon.
It is a racket. Because you just said a minute ago about the package deal. I mean, if you're down on, if you need more magenta and you think, well, let me just buy what I need.
Right.
But then you're standing there and you're trying to do that math of, wait a minute, while I'm at it, if I spend more, will I save more?
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to figure that out, especially standing in the aisle at Staples.
Not in a time of need.
No.
It's a time of need.
It's like the the paper towels and the toilet paper thing, the math. If you keep buying this bigger, you're gonna save and get this many more rolls.
Right.
And I can't apply that kind of mathematics in the grocery aisle either. I don't know.
You know what? I'll give you something on that one.
Yeah.
So I was trained and I still partake in it. I might go to Sam's or whatever and buy paper towels in bulk just because my brain's telling me you're saving money. I can't tell you what I paid for.
Or how much you saved.
Or how much I
But
saved.
it's somewhere up here it makes sense.
Yeah, but no, do not buy them at the grocery store.
No.
Boy, they're expensive.
No.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna quit buying printer ink too.
Yeah.
And then they talk about, with food and stuff, and buy local. I'd like to buy local on the printer stuff, but that is not a thing.
No.
You don't have local printers.
You don't have printer farmer
Companies.
markets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I tell you something else that bothers me.
Bring it on, son.
Is we won't tackle recycling today, but recycling the printer cartridges,
Yeah.
I don't even think it's true. I don't even believe that anything really happens.
Well, you know what? So I usually recycle them.
Oh, you do?
That's the one thing that I will recycle.
Wow, they got you on that.
Well, and that's because then when you take it to Staples and they put it on your rewards account and you get some money back.
Oh, wow. So at the end of the year, you get $2.
Yes.
Fascinating.
So, but I never know. I'm like, I don't want to throw it in the trash can because then it gets all the, the rest of the trash all inky.
Well, it shouldn't have any ink in it. If it's in the trash can.
But just this morning I took 2 cartridges back and I handed to the guy, and so then I went in and paid out, and then I was leaving. I said, "Hey, did you get my cartridges?" He's like, "Oh yeah," and he just took them and like threw them in the trash. I'm like, "Hey, what are we doing?"
I rest my case. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody knows how to fix this, I'd like to be on that commission.
I know.
But I think we're getting ripped off on the printer,
I think so too. Either
cartridges.
the printer cartridges, the prices need to come down, like way down, or people need to start giving me more money.
Right.
I think one of the other. I mean, those are just a couple of solutions that I'm coming up with.
No, I'm with you, and this is no bill, but it'll be no surprise to our friends and you and I. You and I were raised just in that age before all this.
Yeah.
There was office supplies companies, and that's what they did.
Right. You trusted them.
You trusted them. You had a big machine, and if you needed ink, you just called somebody,
Yeah.
and they'd bring you a big thing of ink.
Right.
I kind of like would go back to that.
Yes.
Somebody serves my printer, and it's not me. Yeah, that would be great. All right.
Okay.
I'm glad we got that off our chest.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
All right, so y'all can. You gonna rotate as we exit?
Let me do it till we get back. See if I can tell you.
I tell you what, maybe for next week's truck time,
I'm
sorry.
It's all
good.
sorry.
It's all right.
I'm
You
sorry
gotta-
I didn't have enough
No,
room.
you don't worry about that. You exercise.
I'm
You get
sorry.
some room. Maybe next week, just for 10 minutes.
I'm sweating.
We'll just have you do that.
I'm sweating for the whole thing.
The whole thing.
I think that people who bother big people dizzy.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't spill your coffee.